twin-engine Bettys deliver a message to the U.S. fleet. They can still hit back. As the fight for the Central Pacific rages on, it's Total War, Battle 360, USS Enterprise, the Hammer of Hell.
For help, hundreds of women and children now in government custody after that weekend raid. Risky business. Hillary Clinton's top strategist out amid a controversy over his outside lobbying.
We made a lot of money. As I said yesterday, most of that money, about $50 million, was made by Bill doing what he loves to do best, talking to people.
That is what I...
Very well to talk. Almost $52 million in paid speeches. And the Clintons earned another combined $40 million from their books. But they offer very little detail on who hired the former president to speak and in which foreign countries. Nor do they fully explain two highly profitable partnerships. A $3 million deal with Info USA, founded by Vinod Gupta, a big contributor to Hillary Clinton's campaign. And a $15 million partnership with California billionaire Ron Burkle, another fundraiser for Hillary Clinton, whose companies paid Bill Clinton what looked like a retainer. But what exactly did the former president do to earn that much money?
It appears that Bill Clinton was a rainmaker, somebody who raised the profile of that partnership and also could make connections with other people.
I think Bill and Hillary Clinton, with the taxes they paid and with the money they gave to charity, demonstrated their commitment to the public good.
Mark Penn's departure, on top of that income tax report, could make it even more difficult for Clinton to win big in Pennsylvania 2 weeks from now. One of her last chances to narrow the delegate gap with Barack Obama. Matt?
All right, Andrea, thanks very much. Andrea Mitchell in Washington this morning. Let's get a little more on this from NBC's Tim Russer. Tim, good morning to you.
Good morning, Matt.
Let's start with Mark Penn. Okay, here we've got this oops, and it's a pretty big one. Here he is lobbying for a cause that Hillary Clinton and organized labor opposed while being on the Clinton payroll to the tune of millions of dollars. So does this just make Mark Penn look foolish, or does it make the candidate look foolish as well?
Well, both, and that's why he had to step down. Remember when an Obama advisor had met with Canadian officials to talk about the North American Free Trade Agreement, Matt? It was Hillary Clinton who said, that's wink, wink. That's a...
Well, close to Hillary Clinton, who didn't think he did a very good job of coming up with a strategy. So was it just a matter of time?
Well, Matt, you're right. A lot of it's campaign strategists. That coupled with the tax returns, $109 million, $15 million a year. The average median income in Pennsylvania is $46,000. This is not the kind of double punch story the Clintons won 2 weeks before the Pennsylvania primary.
Well, let's stop and let's talk about that for a second. Do you think those numbers, and they're big numbers, $109 million, $33 million in taxes, by the way, and $10 million given to charity, what is the actual impact on those so-called blue-collar workers that are so much a part of her base?
We don't know. Well, there are people who say this is Washington as usual, this is cashing in on the presidency, or, hey, they worked hard, they earned it. The question is, Matt, I think the last 2 points in Andrea's piece, the $15 million with the partnership with Ron Burkle, the other $3 million retainer, what did President Clinton do to earn that money? What, in fact, were his responsibilities? Were there foreign governments?
Tim, thanks very much.
Thanks, Matt.
All right, now let's get a check of the rest of the morning's top stories from Ann Curry at the news desk. Ann, good morning to you.
Meredith and Matt, good morning, everybody. An attack inside Baghdad's heavily fortified green zone killed 2 U.S. soldiers on Sunday. And tomorrow, General David Petraeus reports to Congress about the war, and he's expected to recommend a pause in troop withdrawals. This after an initial withdrawal of some 20,000 troops is finished in July. President Bush is back at the White House this morning. After his last NATO trip to Eastern Europe, he meets with business executives on the economy today. 3,000 police officers were guarding the Olympic torch as it moved through Paris today, starting at the Eiffel Tower. At one point, officials interrupted the torch relay because of the intense protests and extinguished the flame. And